I would like to ask, what are the immediate changes in DV would you like to see?
Term limits.
Hugely
Term limits I would like to see.
Term limits, yeah.
I'll tell you why. I don't know if you know that, but my background is political science and specifically development management. So we studied a lot about like the difference between the development stages of different countries around the world. One of the big problems they have is that they have like one successful reformer. A great example in the African context would be Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe, who was clearly like a liberation fighter, who like won a lot of rights for the black population at that time, because obviously there were a lot of issues, post-colonialism. The problem with Robert Mugabe was that he got addicted to power and he didn't want to leave. And then he tried everything in his arsenal to remain in power until he drove Zimbabwe against the wall. And this pattern is repeating over and over and over again. If you have like some powerful kind of politician who maybe has in the first place been elected democratically, but then he goes and, I'm gonna change the constitution to remove term limits and to keep myself in power indefinitely, that's usually when shit starts hitting the fan. And that's why the US Constitution, for example, is so clear about 2 term limits. You can be the most brilliant president, you're still not gonna do 3 term limits. That's just not happening. And if you just remain in power for a long time, you feel a certain entitlement to power. You think that the country cannot do without you. That is when things start to go awry. If there's anything we should learn from this kind of little history lesson, is that we need term limits. And that is certainly the case for DV.
So thanks so much for joining, and we'll be in touch.